Hello there, today we are making something very special. We are making the very first recipe I ever did on this channel, a healthy butter chicken, but we are veganizing it. We are going to use some fried tofu. We're going to use fried tofu for this because I think it has a really nice texture. For the ingredients, we have 1 cup of onion, about a cup of red pepper. We're going to put in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, 3 cloves of garlic minced, 3 tablespoons of ginger. You can use about 2 tablespoons if you want. I prefer the heavy side for ginger. 2 tomatoes, we're going to chop those. You can also use canned tomatoes. We have some fried tofu, some paprika, curry powder, and cumin. And to make it all rich and delicious, some coconut milk, or this is actually coconut cream, so it's a bit on the thicker side, but you can use coconut milk as well. So we'll just chop up the tomatoes and the tofu, and then we can start cooking. Okay, let's turn this on. I'm using this so I can be forward facing my induction cooktop rather than the gas. Just easier to present a camera. It's much louder than I expected. We're gonna start off with a couple tablespoons of olive oil, about 2 to 3 tablespoons. I tend to go on the heavier side. And we're gonna get our onions in there. And already we hear sizzle. These induction burners heat up super fast. And we're gonna get our spices in right away. So I have about 1 tablespoon of curry powder, 1 tablespoon of paprika, and 1 tablespoon of cumin. Those are all heaping tablespoons. Let's start mixing that. I put in the spices early on because then it allows to kind of cook with the oil and it gets really fragrant, kind of wakes all those spices up. They've been sitting in a bag packaged for a while. Just don't let it burn here. Next I have my ginger and garlic. I'm gonna try not to set my fire alarm off here. Next we'll get into red peppers. Not traditional necessarily in a butter chicken, but you know, we're trying to make it healthier. And now our tomato paste. So I'm going in with about 3 tablespoons. Okay, maybe that's 4, because these are heaping ones. This dish is something you can be pretty flexible with. If you add a bit more of this or take away a bit of something, it's still gonna be delicious. Trust me, I've tried. If you start to see some browning, this is where you're gonna wanna add some liquid. Now for liquid, we have our moist tomatoes. But you can also add a bit of water. That will be what our coconut cream is for. Take off some of the bottom. Already we have a bit that's starting to stick, and you can take that off with a spatula or just add a bit of water. I'll add a bit of water here, and that just cleared most of that right off. Now, if you have extra firm tofu, you're gonna wanna press out all of the water, get it pretty dry, and then you can always fry it at the same time that you do the onions. Because I have a fried tofu that has a soft, silky texture inside, what I don't wanna do is put it too early because then it will just all fall apart. So let's add some salt to that. I'm doing this to taste. That's about a hefty pinch, at least a teaspoon, but you can always add more salt, so don't over salt in the beginning. You can add more, but it's a lot harder to take it away. Delicious. Okay, that's been on the stove for literally like 5 minutes, but what we're gonna do now is get in our tofu. And mix it around, but if you're using a similar tofu to that I am, you don't wanna crush it up too much because it will just fall apart. If it's extra firm tofu, you're absolutely fine. And now we have our coconut milk. And there we are getting that beautiful orange color that we're familiar with for butter chicken. And of course, these beautiful flavors. And you can totally make this even healthier by adding in some greens. If you want to put in some fresh spinach, that will wilt down super quick. You hardly even notice it, but it adds a lot of delicious nutrients. Delicious. Now these need some spice, so depending on what your pain tolerance is, I'm gonna go in with some chili flakes. You can also use some chili powder. That's about 1 heaping tablespoon of chili flakes. I'm gonna let that simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes and let those flavors percolate. Okay, that's been cooking for about 15 minutes now. It is tasting and smelling delicious. In the meantime, I've been cooking some rice, some jasmine rice. You can use jasmine or basmati or whatever you have. I'm gonna put that in a bowl. Turn off the heat. And voila. Bit of fresh cilantro, maybe a lime, and we are done. Follow me on Instagram at Bachelor Budget. Okay, let's give this a taste. Hot. That is so good, so good. If you like this video, I want you to make it for a friend or share it with a friend. That would help me out and help you and your friend out. Because this is a great meal. Thanks for watching. I have a bunch more videos that you can watch. I'm trying to veganize all of my older videos. Click some more videos, helps me out. You learn how to cook. Everybody wins. Bye for now.